everyone. Happy Friday. Can you believe that we are at episode 15? It has been just about 15 weeks that I have been coming here weekly. Well, in the beginning, it was every other week until I really enjoyed coming on every week. So I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I am so excited. Episode 15, it just feels like it should be a big deal. But it's just going to be regular me. How are you this Friday? Hi, Wendy. Thank you for your lovely, what you said on Instagram. Thank you very much. Hi, Caleb. I am doing great today. Today is Friday. It is a beautiful, beautiful day here in New Jersey. It's crisp and cold and sweater weather, and when you're in the car, like it's warm. I love this time of year. So I'm doing great. I hope you all are doing well too. Welcome. If you haven't already, you got home from a retirement ceremony just in time to see me. Thank you, Joyce. It's so nice. It's so nice. It's nice to have people tune in live, and then it's also nice, to watch it back. Hello, Norway. You had snow? I'm so jealous. I absolutely love the snow. I love it so much. I'm going to sneeze soon, so get ready. Oh, Hank is right down here. He's right at my feet. Hi, Hanky. Okay, let's get right into it. Today I am wearing the Sherwood sweater. Good morning. Oh, thank you, Susan. Well, I'm going to talk about it right now. This is the Sherwood sweater. You're knitting a hat while watching. Well, that's exciting. I love checking in with you in the beginning. It's so nice. I driving to Tennessee, Angie. That's exciting. I just love, I don't know. I love knitting. I love knitting so much. It's a little crazy, but I'm sure you all feel the same way because you're watching someone talk about knitting. This is the Sherwood sweater. So I'm going to stand up and show it to you. Now, this sweater that I did, this type, this is in Moondrake in DK, and I did it in a speckly yarn. So I didn't do, I didn't do any color work on it. I simply knit the pattern in a yarn that I thought was really pretty. And here it is. I actually went to a store wearing this last week, and it was a riding store, so all the girls had riding gear on, and the one girl behind the counter, she was like, I love that sweater. And I thought, you know what, I don't think I've ever posted this sweater, so that made the decision on what I was going to wear today. I'm going to remind you of what the Sherwood sweater, the original Sherwood sweater, looks like. It is knit in a semi-solid color, and then it has this really pretty, very, very easy colorwork pattern. And colorwork pattern, it is a 3/4 sleeve. You can make it longer if you'd like. And it is, it's just a joy. This green yarn is Polka Dot Sheep in their DK. Oh, it is such a great, great yarn. And I didn't do any kind of helix knitting or anything like that. Every single skein, look at how beautiful that is. And then the bottom is Spin Cycle in Dream State Verba Volant. And I had a lot left over. In fact, I sent it to a friend. So here it is. So this is knit from the bottom up. So you start at the bottom and you knit all the way up, and then you split for the back and the front. You seam at the top at the shoulders, and then you knit down with or without color work. Your choice. Your pattern, your pattern, your recipe, your sweater. You can do whatever you want. You want to say hi, Hank? He looks like a mop today because he needs to be groomed so badly. But say hi, Hank. Say hi to everybody. He is a for those of you that are going to ask me a question, he is a Maltese, and he weighs 6 pounds. He is 2 years old. He's a September baby, just like me. All right, Hank, go lay down. All right. So, Sherwood sweater, we got that taken care of. You know what else I forgot? I forgot to figure out what the tip of the day is. So while I'm talking, how about everyone just kind of throw out some ideas that you have questions on, okay? All right, so what I finished this week. I finished test knitting a sweater. No. Hi, everyone. Christina. Oh, hi, Christina. Okay. I knit a test hat for Dinah Moore of the Knitting Place. It's called the FLW hat, Feels Like Winter. And I just wanted to show you, last week I showed you the yarns that I was going to use. And this week I have a hat to show you. Isn't it great? I love it. Let me show you the crown. Okay. So here's the crown. Here's the shaping on the crown. Isn't that cool? So I used Uncommon Thread in their Merino DK. That's this pretty rose color. And this is Spin Cycle. This is Overpasses. I think so, Overpasses. So it's all in my Ravelry. So you can go look at it if you want. But here it is. Isn't it fun? Now I did stranded knitting, but the pattern has 2 different types. You can do mosaic, which means you would be slipping stitches and then picking up the next row, or you could do stranded knitting. I wanted to show you the inside because look how cool that looks. Isn't that neat? So this is the inside of the hat. And the trick for this is to keep your floats very, very loose. So see how I can still stretch? Oh, I'm giving you a tip right now. What was I worried about? You can always find something to talk about knitting, right? Okay, so you want to really make sure that you can stretch, stretch, stretch. Hank is crying. I don't know. I think he wants to sit on my lap, but I'm too busy. He has to wait. So I was so excited to find this pom-pom that was like the perfect match for this. So let me stick the pom-pom back on, and then I'll put it on for you guys. And where I purchased my pom-poms in the last show, in episode 14, I have that in the description box, but I'll do that again. I'll put the notes in the description box. Right? I could wear it inside out. It is really cool. All right, so let's put it on. I am not a big hat wearer because of my bangs, but let's do something. Let's do this. There we go. I got these 2 like new little things cut in. What do you think? Happy, right? Ooh, my bangs. But then like the girls, they like have their hair like in the front and it looks pretty. I don't know, I'm too old. I'm just gonna wear the hat because it keeps me warm. And it's gonna keep you super warm because it's double knit, right? It's not really double knit. Natalie, this has your name all over it. This pattern is going to be released on Monday, friends. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on Monday. So it's not released yet, but is it, oh, I was gonna give this away. I think I'm gonna keep it for myself. I haven't tried it on yet. So it's very comfortable. It's knit on size 5 needles and you're using DK yarn. Man, pom-poms are fun, aren't they? So guess what happened? I knit another one. So I had, I have lists of things that I have to knit and I have to do because I'm, doing it again. And then I took this yarn and I just flip-flopped it. So let me show you my inside. Oh, thank you. Here's the inside. Isn't that so cool? Now for this one, what happened was I ran out of spin cycle because the yarn only has 150 yards in it, right? And so I ran out. So on the crown, I simply did the crown instead of doing it in the spin cycle. I did it in my other color. And then I went in my stash, thank you, Susan, and I had the perfect pom-pom again. I love diving in my stash. This is not hard. It's very rhythmic, actually. I would say, Wendy, the hardest part, Wendy's asking if it's hard. The hardest part is keeping your tension loose when you, hi there, hi Lynn, is when you are making your floats, right? So you want to make sure that you're very loose. So actually, I'm going to take this off because so I would wear hats more often, but my hair just, it gets so messed up so quickly that then I would have to like redo everything. Okay, so you could either do mosaic knitting where you're going to slip stitches, but still it can get tight if you're not loosey-goosey. So I did film a video of how I did that, but I didn't put it up yet. I actually, on my Patreon this week, I did how to make your ribbing. It's called something ribbing, something happy ribbing. It starts with an R. Remarkable ribbing. So that's up on my Patreon, but see how my ribbing is like even? I always get compliments on my ribbing. But I show how I do that with a close-up of my hands on the Patreon. And also how I join my hats in the round so that you can't tell where the beginning is. And I do that for my sweaters. I do that for everything. So this is the FLW Feels Like Winter hat. It is going to be available on Monday through the Knitting Place. I'm sure they're going to have lots of, you know, ideas and kits and things like that. But I went stash diving and had an absolute blast. Each hat took about a day. I usually knit a hat in a day. So that was a fun break. I have one more finished object and I'm so excited about it. I could squeal. Let me take a sip. I have the washed and blocked and finished knitted sheep to shawl. Friends, I love this thing. And I love it because you know how you feel when you finish something really hard, like, a sweater that was really hard, or a test, or childbirth, but just things that are really hard that you had no idea that you could do. And then you look back and you're like, man, I'm so proud of me. I love doing things daily that make me proud of me. I'm not trying to make anybody else proud of me. I'm just trying to make me proud of me. And I think that's just a wonderful thing to do, right? Is to challenge yourself and try new things. You know, I knit that whole sweater, that Smiling Diamond sweater. I'm revamping the whole thing because I didn't really like the way that it looked. And so I just started, that's my whip this week, is I just started it again, and I'm doing some tweaks to it. And I mean, it's a beautiful sweater, but I really want it to be like, I made that, you know? Okay, so this shawl, I feel the same way, because the design wasn't difficult at all. But I made the yarn. Like, I made the yarn with my own hands, and I was a little nervous how it was going to look. But I love the way it looks. Okay, without further ado, here it is. Now, to remind you, I'm giving a talk on November 11th to a women's night out group at a yacht club. And I am talking, it's called Sheep to Shawl. And I am giving the talk, and then this shawl is going to be auctioned, or it's going to be raffled, or however they're going to do it. So I get to stand up again. Ready? Here it is. Yay! So this is a crescent shawl. So it is knit. It starts up here with just a little tab, and then it's knit back and forth. And every row has an increase in it. So one row is going to have 6 increases, and the other, or 4, and the other one is going to have 2 increases. So you get this really pretty tab. Oh, thank you, everybody. You get this pretty tab on the one end, and then when you get to, what I did was I knit until I was sick of it, and then I picked out a pattern that I really loved. I've knit this before, and it's called the cockle shell lace. And so when I had all the stitches on the needle, then you cast on stitches this way, and then you work back and forth, eating up the stitches on the side of the shawl. So I'm going to show you, let me show you a close up. So here it is. I made all that yarn. So I had it up, I'm up in my attic, and look at the yarn. And it's so squishy. So I had it laid out in my attic. So you could wear this like this. You could wear it like this. You could wear it like they did back then and cross it over and like tuck it into your jeans so that it doesn't fall. You could also wear it this way. Which is probably the way that I would wear it. So just to keep your neck warm. Isn't that fun? And it's squishy and soft, and it feels good, and it is so, so, so pretty. Sorry, I'm sorry about that. I forgot to turn my notifications off. So, hello from Ireland. Hello. So here we go. Now, I laid it out in my attic because I didn't have, my blocking mats weren't big enough, and I didn't want to like have it downstairs. So I laid it out in the attic, and I blocked it, and I left it for a couple days. Oh, thank you, everybody. You're right, Joyce. Joyce says it looks delicate but warm and beautiful. Thank you. And it is. It's very warm. So Hank's into naughty. He's being naughty. Hang on one second. You're not supposed to eat anything up here. So now you get to sit on my lap. He knows how to play me. So I lay it out, and I left it for a couple days because we went on a college visit this week, and we did I had a bunch of other stuff going on, and I came upstairs to get something. Oh, I was filming for Patreon. So I come upstairs, and I'm like, let me look at the shawl. And there was a stain on it. A stain. I was like, nobody comes up in the attic. Like, what is this? What is this stain? Like, what is going on? I have no idea what it was. And of course it's white, right? So I just laid it out, and I spot treated it. And you can't tell, but I have no idea. I don't know if it was like a mouse that peed on it. I don't know. Have fun, ladies. Whoever wins it, lucky. But it was like right in the center. But I got it out. So look at it. Oh, I love it. I have so much yarn left over that I will probably make another one. So it took me 3 days to knit the body, and it took 2 days to knit the edging, the lace edging. And I loved knitting it. So it took 5 days to knit, and so it wouldn't be hard to make another one, and I have plenty of yarn. but I was thinking of making more because I have so much more cone top that, well, it's called machine cone top, that, wouldn't this be great to make a sweater? Hank did not tinkle on this, Angie, I'm telling you right now, because he wasn't up here by himself. But, and it was just a wee little speck like that. No idea. But I thought, wouldn't it be fun to knit a sweater for me in this? Then that would have to be going back to spinning more, but I loved to spin. It was so fun to do. And so that was that. So next Thursday is when I go and do the talk, and so it won't be mine anymore. Well, it never really was mine, but it was so much fun to do, and I look forward to talking about it, and I don't know. I'll miss it when it's gone, but I hope somebody loves it and appreciates it. You know what's really yummy? I have, I'm drinking water. And I was sick of just drinking plain straight water. So I put a tea bag in the cold water. This is like perfect peach or something. It's so delicious. I'm like drinking so much. I had an apple cinnamon, and I had all this stuff. So anyway, if you just want to put a tea bag in your plain water, it spices it up. Not my idea. It was Helen's. She used to do it at work all the time. Okay. What else? Does anybody have any questions? There are 55 people on here. Welcome, everybody, and thank you for tuning in live. Wow. That makes me feel so good. Hank says hi, too. He's sitting on my lap right now. But if you haven't yet, if you would please subscribe, I would really appreciate it. That would be very wonderful. And everything that I talk about, the patterns, the yarns, will all be, except for the one I made. That will be in the description box below. It takes me 10 or 15 minutes because after this goes up, then I have to type everything out. But other than that, it's been a really it's been a great week. I am going to start the test knit. I keep looking over there because I hope that's not a mouse. Oh, I live in a very, 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 very old house, and that's going to freak me out. It can't be because it hasn't moved, right? It would move, right? If it's the Shawl tinkler, I'll kill it. I won't. Anyway, so I have, I'm going to write actually what I'm going to say when I'm doing the sheep to shawl. And then, oh, I forgot this cool news. Ready? I'm teaching a class. When are you going to teach yarn spinning? Well, Nancy, I don't think I'm proficient enough to be a teacher. You're absolutely welcome to go on YouTube and try to and watch people do it. It's actually very fun to watch. I don't know, but Abby Frankmont is an amazing teacher. Now, when I was learning to spin, I was told, try a spindle spinning and see how you like it, to see if you want to invest in all the gear, because friends, all the gear for spinning. There is so much out there. I mean, you can get an e-spinner like I have, or a spinning wheel. I have both. But just get like cone top or, stuff like that. But if you want to process fiber, which of course I went in, I jumped all in. I have so much that I'm gonna start donating it. It's too much, and I really love to sit and spin already prepared fiber. So in my collection, I have about it it wouldn't be a wrong number to say about 20 pounds of fleece here. Um, it's more like 50. And then I have everything needed to process that fleece. So I have a drum carder. I have heard you were teaching a class. You're jealous. Live too far to attend. Oh, Regina. Yes, I am. I forgot. I am going to be teaching a class at the Knitting Place November 20th. So that's my next thing that's coming up. I will be teaching the class called Knit to Fit. And it is a class that I really think is important because you spend all this time, your precious time, and yes, some money, and you knit a sweater and it doesn't fit. So the class is going to be about it's 2 hours. It's going to be from 10 to 12. The class is not up on the website yet, but it will be next week. So you can sign up if you live in the tri-state area and want to come and visit. The shop is going to be closed between 10 and 12 during the class. And then after the class, I will be there for a couple hours to help pick out yarns. And there is, oh, drat, I forget the name of the artist, but there is going to be a trunk show there. And I can't remember. But, and she is bringing sweater quantity of her yarns. So if, I'm happy to help people shop and pick things out and put colors together and just, do all that. So that is going to be on November 20th. So I'm very excited about that. And I am thrilled that people want to take a class from me. It's wonderful. I have had people ask me if it is going to be presented in a Zoom, and maybe I'll have to do that, in the future. But I'm excited for now, and I'm so thankful for Dinah and Pam for supporting me and helping me with this new stage. I also am going to be doing a trunk show. I'm not sure the dates yet, so we'll wait for that. But I have enough stuff to do a trunk show, so that makes me happy. What do you guys like to knit? It's coming up on the holiday season. I know that Hanukkah is very early, so I hope everybody that celebrates Hanukkah is on it because it is coming up quickly. And I love to knit hats because I love to knit, one a day. I usually design a hat around November, but things got a little backed up with the sweater that just didn't turn out right on the first try. So I'm gonna do it again, and I don't know, maybe I'll have a hat in my back pocket, maybe. Because I did get you here for that class. Okay, Angie. Let's you're into cardigans this year. Yeah. I'm a big pullover girl. I don't I did make a cardigan which is called Bay Heaven, and it's a longer cardigan. That one is pretty close to my heart. But maybe I should make one. Making on some small color work ornaments and some tiny hats. That's exciting. Kathy's working on that. Is your lace sweater charted and written or just charted? Caleb, it'll be both. It'll be charted and written. Hats and shawls, new to sweaters, struggling with your first sock. Yeah. What are you struggling with on your sock? Is it double pointed? Are you doing the magic loop? What method are you doing on your sock? Maybe I can help you. You're knitting socks. Aren't socks wonderful? Bulky house socks for gifts this year. Ooh, Susan. Can you put in the comments what pattern you're using? That would be wonderful. Oh, many, many years ago. So, those of you that don't know me, my husband is the youngest of 7 children. So there are, I think Marin was the 18th grandchild. And she's the last. So when the kids were growing up, Oh, I see, Joyce. Joyce is working on a 9-inch circular needle for her, and she keeps losing track of where she is. Yeah, that, in the beginning of my knitting days, I always had a notebook next to me, and I would write down where I was in pencil. I'd always do that. And then DK Vanilla Sock Pattern by Crazy Sock Lady. Oh, you're excited to learn how to adjust patterns for a different gauge, a different weight of yarn. Yeah, that's a good one. That's gonna be a fun class. Um, they're called waffle socks. Okay, Susan, I'll try to remember that. Well, waffles are delicious. I think I can remember that. So my one niece that lived out on Long Island, her neighbor across the street, her mother, made these socks, these slippers. They were like slipper socks. And she brought them, she wore them out, right? So there was barely anything on the bottom. And she said, Aunt Kimberly, can you please, try to make these? And so I did. And I wrote a pattern. I'm going to find that. I'm going to knit a pair and let's get that pattern out because that's a quick one. And I remember doing it in like Red Heart yarn, doubled. But you could use anything. I have to find that pattern and do it. Because those are fun to wear like when I'm spinning on my spinning wheel. Because I don't like to put shoes on the wood of my spinning wheel. So it would be fun to whip up a pair of those. See, it's just all the things I want to do. I just don't have time. I just don't have time. There's not enough time. So let me find that pattern. I'm excited for that. So 9-inch circulars, that kind of hit. You love fluffy socks. Yeah. Do you put anything on the bottom of them? Like so that they don't? You want to purchase an e-spinner. Bonnie, I hit the jackpot. I had no idea the e-spinner. I purchased the EEW, the electric eel wheel, version 6, which it's amazing. And he's out of stock, I believe, until March because of, I guess, the bottlenecking of, bringing goods in due to COVID. But I absolutely love it. I love it. It's so quiet and it's fast. And I really enjoyed plying on it. I didn't know that I would enjoy it, but I loved it. My manual wheel, he's a little jealous, but he'll get over it. Yeah, this Christmas I'll probably make some more hats. I love this hat pattern because with 2 balls of yarn and you just get a beautiful, beautiful hat. I have, for any of those people that need a free hat pattern, on either my website or on Ravelry, the Marin hat pattern is a free pattern that I put out 2 years ago, and it's a fun, quick knit, and it's free. So that's a great one. And then I have the Emily hat pattern that was last year. That was last November. I love that hat too. And that's made with slip stitches. Oh, that's a good. Oh, thank you, Susan. Susan doesn't put anything on the bottom of her socks, and nobody has slipped, even her 9-year-old grandson. Sorry, it went away. Your 9-year-old grandson that hasn't slipped on hardwood floors. My house is all hardwood, so I'm always like, ooh, do I put those that little glue on the bottom, that puffy paint? But who knows? What's the matter, Hanky? You can't find a comfy spot? Here. He is so dirty. So we're just, getting ready for Thanksgiving and knitting away and just really just enjoying things. Boy, you're dirty, Hank. Oh, I got to get him in the groomer. So this week is going to be about writing about knitting and also starting that other pattern. I actually just cast on the neck for it before I came on over here, and it's in dough from Cake Wool that super duper fun lady cake wool. And I think in the pattern I'm gonna have short and long sleeves, because not everybody needs long sleeves, and I love that too. You love my dog, so cute. Thank you, Nancy. He is. He My husband got him for me for Christmas. My mom passed away in May, and he got me Hank in for Christmas. And I'll tell you, he was the balm that soothed my broken heart. I tell you, having a little 2-pound Maltese puppy to love was a really super fun thing to do. And he's just a love bug. He loves to be held. He loves to be around all of us, and we just absolutely love him. And his name is Hank. Which everyone was like, oh, it's such a tough name for a little dog. And I was like, do you guys know I'm a knitter? Like, Hank of yarn, hello. So that's how he got his name. All right, I think I'm gonna sign off. I hope that you all do something this weekend that makes you happy. I hope you call a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time, or looked at your significant other and told them something really nice that you like about them, just out of the blue. It feels so good to make other people feel good. And when other people feel good, they want to make other people feel good. And so that's how kindness starts, and that's the way to go, friends. Kindness is the way to be. So I hope that you do something fun that puts a smile on your face, and write me in the comments what you're going to do, and I would love to chat with you. Going to Maryland Alpaca and Fleece Festival. Oh, I'm so jealous. Oh, I love talking to all of you. It's such a pleasure to be here every week and to talk about my passion and what I love. I absolutely love being here. I love all of you. I love when you comment, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.